We started these mighty conversations 2 decades ago, and there's no time like the present to talk about the things that are important. I'm Commissioner Khadijah, and this is the Mighty Six Conversations. Welcome to the Mighty Six Conversations. I am Commissioner Khadijah of the Mighty Six Commission District of Fulton County, Georgia. September is here already. Just where did the summer go? I hope you found a way to keep cool in what's been some really hot days. We used to call them the dog days of the summer. Nevertheless, on the rundown today, some important conversations. The art scene in Fulton County. What role does art play in our lives, socially, educationally, and economically? A member of the Fulton County Arts Council will join us for that conversation. We'll also have a conversation with one of Metro Atlanta's most influential academic leaders. The president of Atlanta Technical College will join the conversation. The college just landed a huge donation from Fulton County that will help hundreds of students get high-paying jobs and improve their educational and economic outlook. Like I said, we have a lot to talk about today, and of course, I will have the commissioner's comment later in the broadcast. But first, in case you missed it, let's begin with some of the mighty moments making the news in and around the Mighty Six since our last broadcast. Here's Mighty Six Road Warrior Rick Blaylock with today's mighty moments.
My brother's a shop dresser too, but he's not flamboyant like the Clyde.
Mighty moments happen every day in the Mighty Six and throughout Fulton County. Like the one we happened upon in the old 4th Ward when the former Howard High School, now a middle school, renamed its gym floor for its most famous alumnus, NBA Hall of Famer Walt Frazier. It's here that he got his start and would go on to help the New York Knicks win the championship. A proclamation from Commissioner Khadijah and the Board of Commissioners, and some well wishes abound, and some thoughts from the man himself.
You know what they said that I didn't expect this. Kids, you can do it. Believe in yourself, confidence, keep it going. Parents, don't take away their motivation. Don't take away their motivation. And during these tumultuous times, health and happiness, all of us guys. Hang in there. Thank you very much.
So from the old 4th Ward all the way across town to the Georgia Tech campus, we come to the next mighty moment here where the commissioner joined several dignitaries and broke ground for a brand new building called Science Square. 1, 2. One more time.
If you have a shovel, then break some ground. Georgia Tech's president led the way with so many familiar faces in tow.
We're incredibly excited, and to each one of you who's played a role in making this a reality, congratulations. And just a small reminder that all the work that remains to be done, now we need to make sure all these things that we envision actually work. And we'll be here all along the way to work with you. Thank you so very much to all of you.
We're serious. I guess I learned from Governor Zell Miller 20 years ago of the confluence of academic, knowledge creation, and economic development. That's really what this space is all about. John, thank you. We hope you're really successful in helping those amazing companies stay here and not go to Cambridge in that regard. That's our goal, is providing them a space here where they can build it here and stay here for the economic prosperity of our citizens that fund our great ecosystem of our university systems.
Every time we take one of these shovels and break ground, it's more than just moving dirt. It's about making sure that underserved communities of color, communities that have great talent, become part of the science industry. And that's what I expect here with the Science Square at Georgia Tech. I'm here supporting them because they get it. Just the fact of where they are located, we're right here in the backyard of English Avenue. You've got brilliant minds academically over here that will have a chance to become part of what I call the life sciences, the global science industry. And I'm here to support a good thing more so than breaking ground. We're making sure that communities of color and underserved communities are having a seat at the table, and I thank Georgia Tech for leading the way.
Another mighty moment in downtown Atlanta, where Atlanta's John Marshall Law School celebrated the opening of its new home on Peachtree Center in the Marquee Building. Known for its diversity of its student body, the new digs display much of the rich history of the school, known for being the place where women and minorities could get training that leads to quality work in the world of law.
The law school has always been dedicated to providing a legal education to those who traditionally can't get a legal education at some of the other traditional law schools. And the law school was founded on that mission, and that mission continues today.
The school's dean, Dean Gatewood, also accepted a proclamation from Fulton County recognizing the school. And that's just a few of the mighty moments happening in the Mighty Six. Well, until we meet again in the sticks, this is Road Warrior Rick Blaylock with Mighty Moments in the Mighty Six.
As always, our thanks to Rick for taking us on the road with those mighty moments. Coming up, local business owner Brandon Tunjay will join the conversation to talk about the arts in Fulton County. The arts not only make you feel good, uplift us, the arts industry is driving our economy. We're talking about millions of dollars.
There's much more ahead. The Mighty Six will be right back. You're watching The Mighty Six Conversations on FG TV.
Earlier this summer, I had the honor of representing Fulton County on the national stage at the annual conference of the National Association of Counties. Officials and county leaders from across the country convened just outside Denver. I presented a paper on how the arts drive our local economy. I told the audience how Fulton County has now become Hollywood East and New York South. From Tyler Perry Studios to Turner Broadcasting and the hundreds of productions for the small and big screens produced in and near Fulton County, we truly are the destination for arts and culture with a touch of our Southern hospitality. This year alone, for 2022, we allocated nearly $2 million for jobs in the county's Arts and Culture Department. Also, we allocated nearly $3 million on operations and programs of the department. And on top of that, so far this year, we have provided grants to nonprofits totaling about $1 million in the local arts industry. We also provide money for our Fulton Films and Fulton Government TV operations. Joining the conversation now is Brandon Tunjay, a member of the Fulton County Arts Council, which helps oversee our county arts programming and operations with citizens' input. Mr. Tunjay is a Morehouse man, Clark Atlanta graduate, owns a professional events firm, and is a proud resident of the new Mighty Six district, I might add. Brandon, welcome to the Mighty Six Conversations.
Thanks, Commissioner. Glad to be here. I'm actually joining you live from the Peachtree Gallery. Some amazing artwork here for some of our local residents here in the county.
As commissioners, we appoint members to the Arts Council. But tell us, what is the major goal for the Arts Council the rest of this year and into 2023?
Sure. So the major goal of the Arts Council, we serve as an advisory board supporting the Department of Arts and Culture here in Fulton County. And what that really means is we want to make sure that when people apply for grant funding, that it's done equitably and fairly across all platforms, and that everyone has access to the wonderful resources that Fulton County has to offer when it comes to arts funding and to just fund their dreams in the arts programs.
Brandon, why do you suppose the arts are so important to our community socially, educationally, and economically?
Commissioner, that's a great question. You know, the arts really is something that we need in our society, right? Without the arts, we're just walking around kind of like Neanderthals, right? When it comes to the arts, it's really important to take a time out, to pause, to reflect, to see the beautifulness that is around that people can produce. Let's talk about economically really quickly. The arts funds a lot of programs such as makeup artists, whether it's the art you put on your face, whether it's painters, whether it's musicians. People go and pay to see these artists, and that really is an economic driver in our community. The other part is when it comes to mental health, we're finding that arts really helps people to calm down, to center, to reconnect with themselves. As you can see some of this beautiful artwork here done by our local residents, it really gives them the opportunity to, you know, take a pause out from the hectic chaos of the day and really zone in to what it is they like to do and look what they produce. And then lastly, if you think about society, all buildings, architecture, the way that we create cars, whatever the case may be, it's really an art form. And when we look at it from that place, you live in art every day. And so art, the promotion of the art is where we need to really continue this process and really to propel society forward.
What are some of the amenities and services Fulton County offers the public via the arts?
Another good question, Commissioner. So whether it's buildings that house arts programs that we offer to the county residents, or whether it's capacity building workshops where we show artists and local companies, or local art companies, I should say, ways to really increase their revenue when it comes to the arts, we offer that here at the Fulton County Arts Council and the Department of Arts here for Fulton County. So some of these amenities is just the tip of the iceberg. I can go at length about all the programs, but to find out more about that information, everyone can visit the Fulton County Arts website to see all the wonderful amenities that we have to offer.
So Brandon, tell us how best citizens can take advantage of what the Arts Council offers the public.
Yeah, I would say get in touch with your Arts Council members within your district. Each district has an Arts Council member, and so I want to make sure that you check in with them and then ask them some questions. Well, how can I get involved? What are some things coming up? And hey, we love to talk, so especially about arts because we're passionate about it, and we'll definitely give you the information that way. And I think that's the best way that citizens can get in touch with us.
I know you have a business that depends on the arts, and we spoke at the height of the pandemic. Is it getting any better out there?
Thanks for that question, Commissioner. The business is getting better, as people are starting to step back out into society, starting to, continue to wear their masks and get their vaccines. It's ebb and flow. Sometimes business is good and sometimes business goes down. It's definitely not where it was pre-pandemic, but we're looking up and it's looking a little better. And thankfully to funding from, Arts Council as well as from Fulton County, who is helping businesses in need, it is definitely being a relief to see how we can use this fund to really propel our business forward so that we can have something sustainable for the future.
Brandon Tunjay, owner of Lemonades Events and one who continues to make Clark, Atlanta and Morehouse proud. Thanks for joining the Mighty Six Conversations today.
Thanks, Commissioner. Glad to be here.
Stay right there. When we come back, we'll talk with the president of Atlanta Tech, one of Atlanta's premier colleges. The college has a new gift from Fulton County and is going to help drive new jobs and the local economy. It's a Mighty Six conversation you don't want to miss after a short break.
You're watching the Mighty Six Conversations on FG TV.
When you go into your cabinet or your cupboard or pull out a supply, or maybe when you go under your sink or in the closet to get something to clean the house, or maybe you order something from far away that arrives at your local store, or maybe is delivered to your house. Chances are the products got to you because they were on a huge truck, an 18-wheeler. Those trucks are driven by commercially licensed and trained drivers. And that's where we pick up this conversation, because one of the key places to get those licenses and training is right here in Fulton County, in Southwest Atlanta, at the Atlanta Technical College. Victoria Seals is the president of Atlanta Tech, and she joins the conversation to talk about a brand new gift, a pretty big one, that's going to open new doors of opportunity to train more drivers right here in Fulton County. President Seals, welcome to the Mighty Six Conversations.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate the partnership and the support, and we're here to be an amazing resource for all the citizens of Fulton County.
So earlier this year, the Fulton County Board of Commissioners approved a donation of $500,000 along with 25 acres of county-owned land to help expand the commercial driver's license program. In a nutshell, tell us how that will help the students, the college, and Fulton County as a whole.
Well, this amazing partnership with the Fulton County Commission as well as with Atlanta Technical College is going to really expand our capacity to provide training and workforce opportunity in the transportation and logistics industries. So this donation, along with the land as well as the funds, will allow us to build a state-of-the-art Center for Transportation and Logistics right in the heart of Fulton County and South Fulton, and be able to be truly accessible for all of the citizens, as well as provide these high-demand careers. Now, with the HOPE Career Grant in Georgia, the training that we will do, whether it's CDL, supply chain, all of those high-demand careers, will be completely free for the citizens of Fulton County and South Fulton area. So that means that the tuition and fees are basically covered by the HOPE Career Grant, as well as 95% of our students qualify for Pell Grant and other financial aid. So that's our vision, is to provide these high-demand careers, to bring those to this area, and to be able to help these individuals get into these trainings and these career opportunities to really provide economic mobility for themselves and for their families.
A big part of what you all do is provide students the skills they need to enter the workforce immediately. And these are good paying jobs, right?
Correct. So a majority of our students, when they come to us, are from households of less than $25,000 a year. And so when they finish a program with us, whether it's 1 semester or 2 semesters, they're able to get into these careers earning a minimum of $45,000 to $50,000. So that is the way that we are moving the needle in a meaningful way along the economic mobility continuum. And so these high demand careers are here. We're providing the training for them. And the other key thing, Commissioner, is that our students come out almost debt free. So the key is that we're providing high quality education and training at a minimal cost, and we're not allowing students to be able to come out with all of this student loan debt. So the idea is that they're able to get into their careers, start these earnings, and keep those earnings in their pockets as opposed to paying for student loans.
For those who are younger than I am, the under 40 crowd, so that they know, the technical college system was the brainchild of then Governor Jimmy Carter way before he was president, to make sure every student who wants to learn a skill or trade could have a technical college within driving distance of their home, such as Atlanta Tech, DeKalb Tech, etc. President Seals, explain why that is so important, because not everyone desires a 4-year degree, right?
That's correct, and you know, I'm a product of 4-year institutions. So and for Atlanta Technical College, the value proposition is an and proposition. It's not an either or. So we're not telling students that they have to come to Atlanta Technical College or go to a 4-year university. They can do both. But the key is that they're starting here, they're getting into their careers, and they're being able to do that at a low cost and still transition to a 4-year college if the career requires that of them. And so the thing about having all the technical colleges throughout the state is accessibility. So every citizen in the state of Georgia has access to this high demand career training. It's very local to their communities, it's accessible, and it's here to be able to help them be able to be successful in their careers and provide for their families.
If you want to enroll at Atlanta Tech, you guys do more than just commercial drivers training, right? What else is popular and what are the enrollment periods?
Yeah, so we have over 125 different program offerings here at Atlanta Technical College. So we have something for everybody. And you can have everything from cybersecurity to culinary arts, hospitality, along with the transportation and logistics. So a lot of those careers are high demand. There are a lot of jobs right now, and they're able to really get those high wages as well. So we're not training people to be in poverty. We want to make sure that they're able to make that living wage. And so we have a plethora of program offerings for the citizens of Fulton County and South Fulton as well. And you can continue to enroll. We have a rolling enrollment here at the college. So if you go to atlantatech.edu, complete the application. Our next session will start in October, the first week of October. And then we have another semester that starts in January. But we encourage people to go ahead and get the application in, do the FAFSA so you can get qualified for all the assistance, and go ahead and get started with us.
Victoria Seals, president of Atlanta Tech, thanks for being a part of the conversation today.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate the partnership and the support.
Coming up, a commissioner's comment you don't want to miss. It's all a part of the Mighty Six Conversations. Back in a moment.
You're watching the Mighty Six Conversations. Here again, Commissioner Khadijah.
A final thought on the topic that we started today's conversations with, the arts. It's simple, really, but really important. I believe in Fulton County that you cannot talk about the arts and culture or any industry without talking about equality and opportunity. You can't talk about economic reality without talking about economic inequality. We must do more to achieve economic equality in our service delivery. If there's a youngster in your community who wants to be the next Liberace, it is our duty to help him or her find a piano and take piano lessons. If the next Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci is in the hood, then show him or her the path to the nearest studio that can help them grow in their painting and drawing skills. If the next Frank Sinatra, Aretha Franklin, Taylor Swift, or Pavarotti lives nearby and cannot afford voice lessons, find a way out of no way to get them the instruction they need. If the next Denzel Washington or Marlon Brando, Meryl Streep, or Viola Davis has no place to practice their craft, let's make sure there always is an art center for public use or get our corporate citizens to pitch in to do it. No one should ever be denied an opportunity to excel in the arts and culture arena simply because they cannot afford it or they have no access to it. If we do this, if we step up and provide these opportunities, not only will we prepare the next generation for leadership in the arts, we will have found a way to, in the words of a famous and Oscar-winning film director who was trained at Morehouse College, by the way, do the right thing. And when we do the right thing, the children will grow, the money and the economy will flow. And that's Khadijah's comment. As always, I remain in your service as the caring commissioner, the compassionate commissioner, but baby, oh baby, the fighting commissioner. Be well, be blessed.
Connect with the Commissioner on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on the web at CommissionerKhadijah.com. Email us at mighty6@fultoncountyga.gov. Or call the Mighty Six office at 404-612-8222. The views and opinions expressed on the Mighty Six are those of the participants